Hi guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan podcast. And on this podcast, we will share the patient's personal story with battling kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. Guys, we'll also share stories of hope and encouragement for those that are in need of a living kidney donor. We will also advocate for them, a living donor, to step forward to give them the miracle gift of life of transplant. Guys, based upon my personal near-death experience with kidney disease, I started this streaming show called Hope with Jonathan, and also this podcast, Hope with Jonathan Podcast. Guys, if you want to hear more stories like this, please stay tuned. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Never let hope become a memory. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Hope with Jonathan podcast is in collaboration with Impact America Media, where we give hope to patients to continue on, stay motivated, inspire, and encourage them to continue in the journey. For more information on Impact America Media, please visit impactamericamedia.com. Again, Hope with Jonathan podcast is in collaboration with Impact America Media. Hey guys, this is Jonathan, the host of the Hope with Jonathan podcast. And hey guys, Hope with Jonathan now has a website, www.hopewithjonathan.com, where you can go over and find out where to follow us on all of our social media links, our podcast, our YouTube channel, and much more. Again, guys, for more information on Hope with Jonathan, you can go to www.hopewithjonathan.com. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hope with Jonathan podcast, and I'm your host, Jonathan Trailer. Hey guys, again, we'd like to thank everyone for all of the likes, loves, and subscribes over at the YouTube channel. Really appreciate everything that everybody has done and everybody subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate everybody going over and also checking out www.hopewithjonathan.com. And if you haven't already gone over to the YouTube channel, please go over and click on the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me and a lot to all of these warriors that were sharing their personal journey with battling a chronic illness such as kidney disease, and things like that. So guys, again, it would just mean a ton to us over here at Hope with Jonathan if you could go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But thanks to all those who have gone over and who have supported us from the get-go. We really appreciate you guys. Hey guys, on this week's episode of Hope with Jonathan, we have Thaddeus Long. He goes by the name of Joe. He's in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Thaddeus Joe Long has an amazing story, guys. He tells this story right from a semi-truck as he's driving a load across, I believe he was in the state of Alabama at the time, or possibly was heading to Alabama. But anyway, it's an amazing live interview. You can go check that out over at Hope with Jonathan. Again, guys, Joe Long. This has been an amazing interview. Like I said, this is the first time that I'd ever done one where someone was actually, driving cross country in a semi. It's pretty amazing. When he first came on, I was really surprised, that he was actually on the road and he was actually driving. But, he was able to do it. Had the headset on, and he was just trucking right along. Had everybody with him, and it was a really cool interview. But the most important thing is that Joe shares his incredible journey with battling kidney disease, and Joe definitely has an amazing story. Everything from multiple fistulas and just talking about all kind of different aspects of things that he's faced with battling the dreaded disease of kidney disease. But hey guys, I hope you guys will enjoy this interview. Again, guys, I really appreciate everyone's support. And you can also stream these podcasts. I have them put over on the YouTube channel as well. You can enjoy them also across all your favorite streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere as far as podcast streaming. You can find us pretty much everywhere. But again, if you just want to find one location that you want to find everything, all live interviews, podcasts, and occasional live videos that we do over there on YouTube. Also, we're uploading some older videos that we had done in the past before we had a active YouTube channel. So you can catch some of those. I've been covering some things like my home hemodialysis. I give a tour of the apartment, what it's kind of like to have supplies and things like that, and how I kind of stored my supplies, and I kind of talk about the machine and things like that. And I've done some tip videos on how to manage your fluid when you're facing kidney failure and on dialysis. I've done some videos like that. Also, just recently uploaded an interview, a really special interview that I did with my son Jet Trailer. And it's a really cool interview, giving you a teenage view of battling kidney disease. As you guys know, kidney disease affects everyone in the family, not just the patient. So definitely was cool to get his aspect on how everything went, and when I went into emergency kidney failure and after, while I was doing dialysis. So definitely a really cool interview. But just giving you guys a heads up of what we got going on with Hope with Jonathan. Again, I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I really appreciate all the support for Hope with Jonathan Live and the Hope with Jonathan podcast. Hey guys, God bless you guys. Y'all stay safe out there. And remember to take care of your kidneys. God bless. This is Jonathan. KidneyTrails.com. Kidney Trails is an organization that is dedicated to helping those that may be facing kidney disease by education, inspiration, and motivation, by bringing real-life experience from those that have traveled the road of kidney disease, and also information from the medical professionals to help you on your journey. Guys, Kidney Trails offers blog writings from many different writers and authors. who give an aspect and real life experiences with battling kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. Guys, kidneytrails.com has videos. They also offer a podcast called the Kidney Trails Podcast. And soon to be released, a comic book is coming out. Guys, for more information on this, go to www.kidneytrails.com.
Strong.
Hey guys, welcome to the show, Hope with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Hey guys, I really appreciate you tuning in tonight. We have a very, very special guest, Mr. Joe Long. Guys, listen, Joe is right now he's a truck driver, and he is driving a load right now. So this is going to be a really exciting, interesting, really cool video. Joe's going to come on and share his incredible story with battling kidney disease and in need of a living donor. And hey guys, I want to let you know also that that video that just played, that clip, in the month of June, Hope with Jonathan will be co-hosting with Mr. Philip Harris Jones Jr. From Los Angeles, California, from A Second Chance. We will be doing 4 shows together. Maybe even more, I'm not sure, but in the month of June, we'll be doing some shows together all month long. So be looking out for that. That's going to be a very, very awesome event. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. But hey, guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-host, Mr. Philip Harris Jones Jr. What's up, Phil?
Mr. Traylor, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, one day at a time.
Yes, sir. How's Second Chance and everything? We looking good for the month of June?
Oh man, it's awesome. Yeah, man. Definitely looking forward to the month of June, co-hosting with you for the 4 shows, like you said, maybe more. Very excited for that. Very excited for the people that we have coming on our show to be able to tell their story and try to advocate for them to get a living donor as well. So yeah, very excited. We're all good to go.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. Thank you, Kyle from Kidney Warrior Merch for tuning in and watching. Always dedicated and always a supporter. So I appreciate your support, Kidney Warrior Merch. Thank you very much for watching. But hey, guys, listen, Philip reached out to me, and we've got some great interviews coming up. So please stay tuned for that. Also, Philip also reached out to me about this one with Mr. Joe Long and his wife Terry. They had reached out and seen if we could, bring him on and let him tell his story. Why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about how you know her and let everybody know a little bit about that.
Well, me and Terry met in high school, ninth grade, Gardena High School. We ran track together in high school and college as well. She's an awesome person, caring person. Doesn't deal with nonsense. So as soon as she told me that Joe was on the list, I was like, man, we got to, do something for him. Cause I know that he's not he's not a guy that just deals with nonsense. He's straight up, without even meeting him. I know that because I know her. So, definitely was happy to be able to get him on the show now as early as possible because I know how our schedules are. And so they agreed to do this interview with us, which is, I'm definitely hoping can get him a living donor. So that's just a little bit, I'm gonna let him tell his story. So,
right. Right. Well, I really appreciate you sharing that. And you know what? I think on that note, we should go ahead and bring Joe on and let him start sharing his personal story. Yes, guys, if you would, for those of you that are watching out there, I'd really, really appreciate it. I know Philip would appreciate it, and Joe and his wife, Terry, and family would appreciate it if you guys would share this. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family. It just takes a second. Just click that share button, smash it, crash it. Just share it everywhere. Get this out there. Spread this to the masses. Like I said, share it in groups to your friends, to your family members, and let's get this warrior story out there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on our very special guest, Joe Long. No, welcome to the show, brother.
How you doing, man?
Doing well, sir. Doing well. So I see you're out driving your truck. You're on a delivery right now.
Yes, sir. I'm currently on the freeway headed to Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm glad to be on the show, man.
I appreciate you coming on and doing the show, Joe. I really do. I see you got some guests behind riding with you. You got your family with you?
Yes, sir. I have my wife with me, Terry, and my daughter, Tahira. She's in the back. That's her in the screen while you're laying down, watching her tablet.
All right. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to do a job where you can take the whole family. That's really cool.
Yeah, it definitely helps with the stress levels because it's definitely a high stress job. Driving on the highway with such a large vehicle, it can be very dangerous. So it definitely helps with the stress levels.
That's all. Hey, Joe, I'm going to let you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and why don't you go ahead and do that now?
Okay. I'm currently originally from Alabama. I'm currently 33 years old. I've been on dialysis since April 15th of 2013. I was diagnosed with a end-stage renal disease, and at the time of me starting dialysis, I was told that my creatinine level was at a level of 23.5. And, I was at the point where I was so swollen to the point where I was almost facing death, but I didn't know to what extent it was going on. It was a very hard thing to deal with starting out due to me having to quit my job and started this dialysis, surviving on machine at the age of 25. I had just had my twins, and it was a very hard task. So it took a big effect on me the first 2 years. I was bedridden. I did little to no activity. I was on so much medication. I was on so much medication to the point where, like, I would just wake up just enough to eat some food, use the bathroom, and then back to sleep I went. Um, and it got to the point where I was depressed. I didn't want to deal with it. It was a very difficult thing to deal with. So I was kind of giving up. I had no support at first, but I managed to still find a way to keep fighting. It was until I realized that I was in the hospital in ICU, and a doctor spoke to me and told me, "Hey, you're young, and you can turn this around if you focus on the mental. If you focus on fixing everything mentally first, everything will follow." And I never understood what he meant at that point in time until I actually became homeless. Um, the government doesn't, give you enough money to survive. I was living in California. I had to end up going to shelter. And during that time in the shelter, I'm doing dialysis 4 days a week, 5 hours of treatment. Um, I went to a doctor's appointment. I told the doctor that, I want to be able to at least live a decent, normal life being on dialysis. And this doctor, his name was Kimball. Um, he was from the Kaiser Clinic in Carson. That's off 190th and Figueroa in Carson, California. And he told me, he said, "Now I'm going to give you a game plan. We're going to sit down and do a game plan. And these are the things you need to do to get back to normal life." And he asked me what I wanted to do, and I told him I wanted to drive trucks. So he said, "Well, that's not impossible, but it's leaning more to the impossible side because you're dialysis." And I told him, "Well, let's just go with the plan and see if I can get myself back to a health condition good enough to be able to obtain my commercial license." Well, I went on to follow the plan, follow the diet, exercise routine, and I ended up dropping weight and get my health up to a percentage where I could go and actually go into trucking school. Meanwhile, I'm still homeless. I'm still staying in the shelter, and I take my commercial license. It took me a while because I had to do so many. I had to go see so many doctors to get approved by California, and it was a very hard time.
Yeah.
So fast forward now. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you if you were considered sort of an emergency situation.
An emergency situation as far as the kidney, as far as like the transplant.
Well, no, like your kidney failing and going on dialysis.
Yeah, it was an emergency situation. So I had actually went to work. I had actually just worked a 12-hour shift, and I was driving for Access. Access is actually the people that take dialysis patients back and forth to the clinics. I was actually that person that would transport dialysis patients. And I just did 12-hour shift, got out of work, and I went home and I couldn't breathe. And I started coughing up blood. So I ended up getting in the car, driving myself to the hospital to find out that I had complete total kidney failure. And the only option, the doctor gave me two options: either to go to hospice and she'll give me plenty of pain medicine for the next 2 weeks and I'll be checking out, or I can start dialysis and figure out a plan to get myself back to the point where I could be normal again, to get a transplant, to be able to live with freedom from dialysis. So of course I chose dialysis because I didn't want to die. So it was kind of a spur of the moment. I had to make a decision right there in the emergency room, either dialysis or hospice. And it was a decision right there that I had to make. So, of course, I'm going to go with being alive and,
Wow.
suffering and passing away.
Right. Wow. That's incredible. I had a near-death experience as well with kidney disease. I was just moments from death. They had to put me in a helicopter and send me from my local hospital because I went in. I had sort of the same symptoms of you. I had issues breathing. My heart was palpitating, funny, almost out of my chest from the levels from the toxins in my blood that were so high. And once I reached the emergency room, I went into arrhythmia with my heart, and they had to shock me, bring me back. I woke up in the ICU, and it was an incredible life-altering experience, much like what you're talking about. So I can definitely sympathize with you. It's definitely a life-altering experience, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Especially in my case, I've had about, including the neck catheter, I've been through 13 catheters.
Oh,
And that's just up top. I've also had 4 catheters in my groin while I was in ICU. In the hospital, I had to have 4 catheters. I had a total of 4 catheters with 5 different trips to the ICU as well.
Wow.
So that'll put me at 17 catheters. And I've also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different access placements.
You've had 5 fistulas?
No, I've had 1, 2, 3 fistulas.
3 fistulas.
1 graft. Yeah, I had 3 fistulas. I had 1 graft, and I also the fistula that I'm actually using, it's a revised fistula. So they had to go in and repair my whole artery because it became a keloid, and it had an aneurysm, and the aneurysm was about to pop. So I didn't know. It just kept scapping. My arm just kept having thick scalp. So I went to the doctor. The doctor told me, "Hey, I need to have surgery on you like in the morning. If not, that's going to bust, and you're gonna bleed out and die." And I just got to work and went and saw the doctor, and it was in this arm currently that I'm actually shifting gears with today.
Wow.
It was a major surgery, about 6.5 hours operation. Before I went under, he told me, he said, "Don't be surprised if you wake up with a half arm, because I might have to amputate your arm if I can't repair it."
All right, so let's hold up a second. So emergency kidney failure, you've had multiple accesses, multiple fistulas. You've had an experience where your arm possibly could have been amputated. Man, you've got one incredible warrior story.
Yes, sir. I'm blessed, man. All I can say is just, sometimes I don't even know how I'll be able to do it. I'll be like, my wife asks me, "Now, how you able to get up and go?" I'll be like, "I don't know. I just get up and go. I get a little strength in my body, and I get up and I make it happen."
You better than me, Joe, because I know when I was on hemo going to the center, I had literally no energy whatsoever. Like I had enough to make it home, and then it was like crash time, or like I've started like at the end of my hemo time, I started going back to school, and I even had a few times where I just fell asleep in class because I was so tired. So my hat goes off to you, man, to be able to hold this job, especially when you're coming off of dialysis and stuff like that, man. That's the spirit right there, man.
Yeah, I would like to share something with you. So just yesterday, I do 5 hours currently. I'm currently on 5 hours 3 days a week. So I get off yesterday. When I usually get off dialysis, I get off about 12 noon. About 4:30, 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 hours, I'm up and I'm in this truck working. 4 hours after my treatment, I'm up doing a full shift. Sometimes 12 hours, sometimes 10 hours a night.
Wow. You don't experience any fatigue or any blood pressure issues or anything like that from your dialysis? Because I could tell you, I remember I would have chronic fatigue. Like I would come home and just crash for 2 or 3 hours sometimes.
I definitely have. How I'm able to get up so soon without the blood pressure really going so low. I don't take my blood pressure medicine the day of dialysis. That's a big key to me being able to get up and get active at least 4 hours or 5 hours after I've done my treatment. Because the blood pressure makes me fatigued. It makes me drowsy. So I don't take it like right now. I don't take it while I'm working. I only take it after the work shift.
Okay. No, that's actually a smart plan. That's a really smart plan, because that's what would happen to me in center. Was my blood pressure would just right around about the hour before, it would just tank.
Oh yeah, mine will go down to like 60 over 30, 84 over 57. They'll have to put some saline in it. They put some saline in it, and 10 minutes later, man, I'm getting up, walking out there, getting in my car, driving to the house.
Yep, I remember going through those situations too. Phil, have you ever experienced anything like that?
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. It seemed like every treatment, my blood pressure was dropping. But, had I had the thought process that Joe had and not take my meds till 8, and if nothing else till after my treatment, it probably wouldn't happen, because, just like you, maybe about an hour and a half before, I only did 4 hours for my treatment. It's like it's crashing, because I tried to do my best of limiting my fluids in between my days, so that way they don't have to take so much off. But then they end up taking, because I limited, they end up taking more than was needed to come off. So that kind of contributed to lowering my blood pressure, because they took more than what they actually needed to offer me. So, but I've definitely had the blood pressure situations for sure.
So, Joe, how do you handle your fluid restriction and your diet while driving a truck? How do you handle that?
I'm gonna be honest, it's tough. I be over a lot because I work in an environment where I'm actually out in the heat, especially being in the South. It's very humid. I consume about a gallon every 2 days. I'm putting at least a gallon off. On a good day, 3 liters, maybe 2.5. But I'm usually averaging out 3 to 4 liters of fluid each treatment when I go in, because when I work and I move around so much. So, as I'm working, I'm trying to keep myself hydrated. And, they tell you to suck on the hard candies. And then that's very difficult, because, with you being active, your body, and at my body size, I need a certain amount of fluid to hydrate myself. Right. And I sweat easily. So I give off a lot of sweat at the same time, and I'm not putting as much back in. Then I get dizzy. And, so I just make sure I just have to make a decision where either I hydrate myself and take a risk, or I don't, and then I end up, get dehydrated and possibly falling out, and I just try to focus on doing that.
Yeah. So you're currently doing hemodialysis in center right now. You said 3 times a week?
Yes, sir. 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 hours from 6 in the morning to 11 a.m.
Okay. And right now, you're currently listed in Atlanta, Georgia at Piedmont Hospital?
Yes, sir. I'm listed at Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. And I got accepted on the list in January of this year, of 2021.
All right. What is your blood type, Joe?
My blood type is A positive.
Okay. So blood type A means you can accept an O kidney as well.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Yep. And then there's always the paired exchange program where someone could benefit, where Joe would benefit if you wasn't a blood type match. You could donate on his behalf, and someone else would receive a kidney. In exchange, Joe would end up receiving the kidney as well.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 8 years, man, and a little over 8 years, and it's been a journey. I would tell you that If I've never been more humble in my life, it's been now. Now that I've been able to defeat the uh, the stereotype of how they treat us dialysis patients. I just want to be a testimony and a motivation to the people that are in dialysis that's watching this video that think that life is over. Life is only over if you tell yourself mentally that it's over, then it's going to be over. But if you tell yourself that you're going to fight and you actually put the effort to fight, then your body's going to follow your mind.
Absolutely.
Your mind is never going to follow your body. So you got to train the mind first in order for the body to follow. And that's the only thing that I could explain to how I'm able to do what I do every day is mind over matter.
Yep, absolutely. A positive mindset, every day, and surrounding yourself around that type of mentality as well with positive people. And your support team comes in too, because you need a good support team. Why don't you talk a little bit about your support, where you get your support from?
My support comes 100% from my wife, Terry Long. We've been married since October of 2019. She's definitely been overboard from day one. Like, it's crazy because when I met her, I didn't want to tell her I did dialysis because most of the girls that I would meet, I started doing online dating because me walking up on my average female in LA, seeing my arms out and stuff, they be like, they look at you and see you on dialysis, they kind of shine away from you. So I just went online and I met Terry online, and we connected just off of the strength of our conversations. And once I brought it to her attention, I was expecting her to walk away, and she did not. She was like, okay. And so what are we going to do next? I'm like, oh, so you're going to stay? She's like, oh, you thought I was going to leave? I'm like, yeah, because I'm used to them leaving when they find out. But she was like, she was interested in finding out more about me because she was like, you're a truck driver, though. So how in the world are you doing this? And you're on dialysis. Like, so I had to come to the center. I definitely have to tell this story. So it was one morning I told her, I said, hey, I do dialysis at this place. This is my treatment time was at 3 in the morning. I actually got on work, and I worked right around the corner. She stayed about 130 miles in Renal Valley, and I was in Norwalk. When I got out work and I pulled up to my dialysis center, I had only known Terry for about 4 weeks. She was already in the parking lot, parked, waiting on me to get there to come in there and sit for my treatment with me. And that's when I knew that I had somebody that really loved me for me. So I made sure that, I take care of her and I support her.
I think you're going through a bit of a.
And make sure that I'm comfortable and that that I have my support system while we're going through what we're going through. And that's something that's the type of love. That love has been genuine from her heart, and she's 100% everything that I hope and wish for as a support system.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. No, I think you were going through a little bit of a dead spot there, or something that started breaking up a bit. I apologize for trying to interrupt you.
Okay.
No, that's a beautiful story though, and it's amazing that because truthfully, a lot of people feel afraid to even try to date if you're not already married, and you end up going through dialysis. A lot of people, that's a subject that a lot of people struggle with because they're afraid of what someone may say, or that fear of rejection. And
right.
So that's a beautiful story there. That's awesome.
Right. Yeah, she does it all, man. Like I can't, without her, man, I'll be nothing. And I'm being honest with you, man. She makes it happen, so I'm able to make it happen for her. She makes it happen for me, and
Yeah.
man, it takes a lot of stress away because, before I met her, I was actually doing my dialysis and driving truck, and I was sleeping in my car. When she met me,
Yeah.
I was living out my car, like literally living out my car.
Wow. That's amazing, man. That's true love right there. Somebody that just loved you for you, not for what you could give them or provide for them, but she loved you for you. So that's awesome.
Never judged me, never walked away from me, never talked down on me about it. Um, Never gave me a sign of giving up. It was always, come on. It was always grab my hand. Come on, let's go. Come on, we got to get this done. Come on, we got to get that done. And she's always adamant about being on time. And definitely helped me a lot too, because I had lost touch on being on time, taking care of business when I need to, because I was so depressed. But having her with me, man, it takes all. I can't explain enough. It's
Yep.
priceless. It's priceless.
Absolutely. You can't put a value on it. Support is so crucial when you battle a chronic illness like kidney disease.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely changed my life. And the good thing about it is, I never was diagnosed with diabetes. Um, so how I ended up getting on dialysis was I played football. I was an average player. I was pretty good at what I did. Well, I used to take a lot of creatine, and I used to take a lot of testosterone steroids. And
Oh,
and over time, that's what shut my kidneys down due to the abuse of those supplements.
okay. Okay.
And so when you go into failure mode, um, the reaction to the failure is high blood
Okay.
pressure.
Yeah, I know those supplement drinks and things like that can be dangerous, especially if you got kidney disease.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So you gotta stay aware of all that. Mainly doing your lab work. Staying on top of your lab work. That'll tell you everything you need to know. So that's what I try to tell everybody. Stay on top of your labs because that's what I wasn't doing. I was the one that didn't like to go to doctors. I hated to even talk about going to doctors, and
yeah, that's it.
I ended up. Yeah. Yeah, I ended up in kidney failure over it. So now I try to tell everybody, look, you got to go to the doctors. You got to get that blood work done. It can save your life.
Yes, sir, definitely. It's a struggle because you want to do right, but then you kind of still want to be normal at the same time too. And it's an adjustment that you have to make, and you have to kind of, me and my wife, me and her, we argue back and forward over. I've recently got into arguments about cutting out certain things that I knew that I shouldn't eat.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, hey, I'm back driving trucks. I got myself like this, so let me start slacking again. She's like, no, like you're gonna end up back where you were in the beginning if you keep doing this. And I keep being like, but I want to live it. Then a little bit turned into a lot, and then I'm back in the hospital. So
Yeah.
after last month's trip, I'm definitely listening a lot more and being more careable for myself first of all, because
Yeah.
she can care for me all I want. If I don't care for myself, her caring for me doesn't even do any good.
Oh,
So I just made sure that I listen more, and I know she's not gonna sit me right. That she won't be here long as she can have me. So I'm learning to start listening and be a better spouse for myself.
right. Right. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really an awesome story. I'm happy to hear it for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Well,
Yes,
hey
sir.
guys, I want to let you guys know that scrolling down below on the little ticker screen is Joe's information. If you're interested at all, he's listed at Piedmont Transplant Institute in Atlanta, Georgia. The phone number is there below. you can speak with Olivia, his transplant coordinator. And I can get you in touch with Joe as well. And Terry, if you watch this video, if you're interested in being a donor for Joe, like I said, again, the information's here. It'll also be in the description on the YouTube channel. When you look at the video, all of his information will be in the description as well. Again, guys, I really appreciate Joe and Terry coming on. And
Yes, sir.
have an amazing trip, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, I definitely, I definitely appreciate you all for taking the time out to hear me out and listen to my story. And I definitely look forward to speaking with you again on the show.
I I have one last question for you.
Yes, sir.
What 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 would a kidney do for you right now? If someone wanted to donate a kidney to you, what would that do for you right now?
Whew. Um, a kidney for me right now, man, would be heaven on earth. To be honest with you, I'll be able to bring in more revenue for my family because I have to work according to my dialysis schedule. I'll be able to work more and I'll be able to travel. I want to be able to travel and also, be able to be more active with my kids and plus, be able to reward my wife with, vacations in different countries. I'll definitely need to reward her for the hard work that she's put in. So it would definitely be a very big weight lifted off my support system and our shoulders because she won't have to do so much preparation and taking me back and forth to dialysis, dealing with me being back and forth in the hospital. It'll definitely free up a whole lot of time for me to be able to provide for my family better than I'm doing as I'm doing now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. It's the reason why we do these interviews to try to push the story out there as far as we can, and try to help benefit you and get the word out about you needing a kidney. And a kidney donation is a life-changing experience for kidney warriors that have to do. You heard it first. What he's experienced with doing dialysis, multiple accesses, emergency kidney failure. I mean, this warrior has faced a lot. So a kidney fix all that for him and give him back his life and be able to live a normal life with him and his wife and children, family, and help his business as well. So if you're listening to this and you're interested at all, definitely reach out and we can get you in contact with who you need to get in contact with to possibly test to be his donor. Also down below, ticking on the screen is the information and the phone number as well. And Joe, I really appreciate you coming on, man, sharing your personal journey with us. It's been an amazing interview.
Yes, sir. I thank you for having me, and thank you also for taking the time to listen to me, you and Phil. And I appreciate y'all for inviting me to the show, man. I kind of collect my hair down now that I broke the ice with the first interview.
That's right.
It's relaxing when you do it. You finally get over that fear of talk. Because I was the same way. Terry didn't even know I was dealing with kidney failure until not too long ago. So, and we went to school together for 4 years, or more than that because of college. But it took me a while to kind of get into the groove of continuing to to tell my story and stuff like that, because I was just like you. It's like every time I said something, I got that look, like, man, what's wrong with you? They couldn't understand. Not everybody has a understanding mind, like Terry does, where you could tell that story and they say, oh, okay, cool. It took me till about maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, to really kind of tell somebody that I was attached with, was a good friend of mine. And, that was only because I was forced to do it, really, because at the time I was taking trips and stuff like that. And so, with that person being there 9 times out of 10, somebody needed to know my situation in case, something happened. So, yeah, man, you definitely were blessed, man, with Terry. So, definitely congratulations on your marriage, your business. So we're definitely hoping that we can put you in a position, man, to get this kidney real soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you all so much, man, and I thank you all. I can't thank you enough, man.
Absolutely, Joe. Anytime, brother. Later on, if you feel comfortable and at a later time, if you want to come back on and do a recap, we'll definitely bring you back on and we can do a recap. Maybe Terry can join you as well. And, we can do a recap video. But don't be surprised if some other people reach out and want to interview you as well, Joe.
Okay, well, we'll definitely be back on. We'll definitely be back on your show for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to it now.
Yep. I try to tell everybody it's a real laid back experience. It's nothing that you have to get, you don't have to get dressed up in a suit or anything like that. It's just a laid back experience.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're able to, that my wife said it around the time, because you all are able to actually see me in motion. Like, it's one thing to talk about what you do, but it's another thing to be able to broadcast what you do while explaining your story. I thought it could be a game changer. It'll be very cool to do it this way. So I appreciate y'all for giving me the opportunity,
No problem, man. We're just fellow kidney warriors, and we're real people helping real people. So
that's it.
Yep. So,
yes, sir.
But like I said, man, you have an incredible story, and I pray for you. I pray that you're blessed with a kidney soon. And again, brother, we're in your corner. And Philip, man, I really appreciate you coming on, guys. Go check out his podcast over on YouTube, A Second Chance. Philip's doing much like me. He's interviewing warriors, sharing stories of hope and encouragement. Like I said, we're teaming up in the month of June. We're gonna host a bunch of these interviews. So look out for us in the month of June.
All right,
definitely appreciate you, Jonathan.
Hey, I appreciate you too, guys. Y'all stay blessed out there. Stay safe. Remember to take care of your kidneys. Appreciate all the support for Hope, Jonathan. And remember, guys, to please share this. Y'all take care.
All right. Thank you. See you guys later.
All right.
Later.
Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan podcast. Thanks for all the support for the podcast, also for Hope with Jonathan. Definitely appreciate it. If you're interested in helping out and supporting what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan and the Hope with Jonathan podcast, you can definitely do so by clicking on the listener support. Also, you can find us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're also on YouTube, and you can find us also on TikTok. All you have to do is type in Hope with Jonathan, and you can find Hope with Jonathan podcast. You can find us on almost all platforms, mainly on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We're on some others, but feel free to find us on any platform that you can. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in and listening to Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Hey guys, go over to www.kidneywarriormerch.com. Submit your story today and get a shot at being the Warrior of the Month. If you're selected as the Warrior of the Month, you'll get a chance to interview with Hope with Jonathan podcast. Whether you're a kidney warrior, kidney dialysis patient, or even a kidney transplant patient, or maybe you've just been diagnosed with kidney disease, go over to www.kidneywarriormerch.com and submit your story today. Kidney Warrior Merch is a supporter of Hope with Jonathan podcast. Again, guys, that's www.kidneywarriormerch.com. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again to the Hope with Jonathan podcast. I really appreciate Mr. Thaddeus Joe Long for coming on and sharing his incredible story with battling kidney disease. And it was really awesome that he was able to come on and share his story while he was driving his truck. And really enjoyed having him on the show. Hope all is well with Joe. Definitely reach out if you need more information. I can definitely get you some more information regarding Joe, but most of it was shared into the interview. And so if anyone comes in contact with this podcast and is interested in becoming Joe's donor, again guys, for more information you can reach out to us personally easily. You can message us easily at hopewithjonathan.com. There's a contact information over there. You can find out all of our information over there at hopewithjonathan.com. But also, guys, again, really appreciate all the support for the podcast. And it's been an awesome opportunity and an awesome journey with you guys to share these warrior stories. Be on the lookout for more of these Hope with Jonathan podcasts and live interviews over at Hope with Jonathan YouTube channel. Hey guys, God bless you. Stay safe out there. Remember to love on everybody and take care of your kidneys. God bless.